welcome to the kitchen. We are here with another exciting episode, cooking for some friends. Today I'm going to show you how to make Indian bread stuffed with tangy potatoes, traditionally known as Aloo Parathas. So before starting that, let's quickly run with the ingredients required to make an Aloo Paratha. Here we need a plain flour, around 250 grams of flour, some caraway seeds, a salt which will help us to make the dough, and then to make the stuffing we need boiled potatoes, 3 to 4 boiled potatoes which are grated, some chopped onions, chopped green chilies, coriander, chili powder and a dry mango powder to enhance the flavor of it. So first we make the dough. To make the dough, in a nice bowl, take around 250 grams of flour, or as much I'm making for a portion of 2 people, say around a serving of 8 parathas. So 250 grams of flour should help it. To this we add a few caraway seeds, say around 5 grams or a few seeds. Don't add much to it, otherwise you get a very strong flavor of these caraway seeds. Say around 5 grams of caraway seeds. A half a tablespoon of salt or a pinch of salt. Now we make a dough. To just mix the caraway seeds and the salt in that so that it gets incorporated with the flour. Okay, just make a small, a well-like structure in between the flour. To this, add water. While adding water, make sure you don't add excess of water, or otherwise your dough would turn runny. Okay, with light hands, start mixing with one of your hands. Start rubbing the flour with your 4 fingers. Okay. Add water as per the consistency required. Make sure that you don't let the dough runny or too wet. It has to be a firm dough. This dough is basically different than what we make with the English breads. It's like we have to handle it with very care, with light-handed. Here, you have to actually mix the dough very nicely. The more you press the dough, the more the gluten in the bread breaks, which is required. A little bit more of water. See? You can add the water in stage by stage, so that as you require a small amount of water, so that your dough doesn't get runny or it gets too wet. Do not add all the water at one go, at one time. Add a little bit of water. Now the dough is almost on the verge of getting done. So to this we now start sprinkling a little bit of water, so that the dough, whichever little more flour is left, a dry flour, gets mixed into it. Well, you can always use a mixing machine to make this dough, right? But traditionally what you see in our home country, in India and everywhere, the dough is always made with hands. You see, the dough has become nice. It's almost like this, and you see some dry flour. Now to this dry flour, sprinkle a little bit of water. Be very careful while you add water. Do not add water in one go. Just keep on sprinkling little by little, so that the dough doesn't get too wet. Because if you get a too wet dough, what will happen when you try to roll this bread? It would tear off, or it would not be as you want. Mix the dough very nicely. The dough has not to be too hard, not too soft. It has to be a right consistency, a medium one. The best way to knead this dough is with your fist. Just keep on pressing the dough. Once it's flattened, roll it out. Then again on the same side, roll it out. This will help to break the gluten in the flour. You see the dough is ready, not too wet, nothing. When you touch your finger, you see the print into it. It is not like a rising dough where you get the dough back. You press it, you get the image of the finger here. This is your dough is ready. Keep the dough in the side. Allow it to rest for another 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Now we start with the stuffing. So we're done with the water. That goes into the side. Our dough, which is on resting now. Now I'll show you how to make the mixture. For the mixture, boil the potatoes, peel off the skin, grate it. We grate it, it's very nice. You can even mash it with your fingers, but you know, when you grate it, you get a right consistency. When you roll it out, it doesn't break. Okay, you need 4 potatoes which are boiled and grated. To this, we add some caraway seeds again. A few caraway seeds here, around 5 grams, so 5 grams of caraway seeds is more than enough. Again, it gives a nice flavor to the dish. And this is, as I told you in my previous episodes also, it is just like a medicinal value. It helps to bring down the acidity in the food. The potato, when you have too much of potato, you get people get a complaint of being acidic food. You get a gaseous problem with you. So these things help to neutralize the acidity in the food. Few caraway seeds. So this, we have 1 chopped onion, 1 whole chopped onion, 2 green chilies which are chopped, coriander, say a 1/4 bunch of a coriander, as you require, you know, as you require the flavor. I love coriander too much, so I go for a bit extra of coriander. To this you add chili powder. Now again you have added 2 green chilies. So red chili powder is according to the spice, according to taste which you require. Say around another 1 whole teaspoon of 1 to 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Then mango powder, dry mango powder, which is an optional. This is just to give you know a nice tangy flavor to your dish, to your potatoes mix. Say a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of mango powder. Then a salt as per taste. Okay. Now once you added all this ingredient, try to mix it. Mix everything nicely so that you know it gets nicely mixed with each other. Everything gets incorporated. The potatoes, the onions, the dry powders like chili powder, dry mango powder, the caraway seeds, all get mixed nicely. Basically, it has to be a stuffing which goes into your bread. So here, you see. You mix this. Yeah. Always make sure before you stuff anything, just taste the mixture for proper consistency of salt, chili as per your taste. So when you feel, yeah, it looks to be very perfect to me, proper salt, proper chili as per I require, and perfect taste of the dry mango powder which is coming.